Welcome to the final 7 stages of this fiendishly difficult Gasmea tour. Niels Maier trying to hold out against the odds and his own failing body. Wagner and Horn fighting for the right to be called King of the Mountain Tours. Of course, there's other stories too, like Pavlov trying to make sure no one can catch him in the mountain jersey. We got caught by the peloton, but now I can just lead them over and pick up the points that way. And it's a decently strong move that'll probably discourage anyone from going over the top and poaching the points. I mean, maybe Sauer, but he didn't. Bahayev insisted on having this breakaway though, so... And as for the second climb, the relays between us and Bahayev have been well timed for us to easily roll across and get the 7 points. No, surely too early. I'm not going to go with that. Mind you, I don't think it's too early for Horn and Wagner at all. They had the pace to spare, but I think Maier is about to get exposed here. I know I said that on several occasions last episode and was proven wrong, but I think it's actually going to happen this time. And not for the first time in this tour, I would have liked to have had +2 in the mountains, because then I would have actually been able to go with that counter move. I still have to think solely about the fastest move available to me since the rest day is coming up and we're going to run out of energy either way. Ultimately, Niels Maier only got at the very end, and it's not enough of a time difference for him to lose the yellow jersey. Wagner takes the stage. Oh, these last few stragglers are struggling. Did they get over the line in time? We shall wait and see. Yeah, they just got there. Our team definitely needs the rest day more than anyone not named Maier. You know, it's not like Maier is a fraud. He actually has a really good tour specialist build. That's 2 in mountain, 1 in flat, 1 in time trial. It's just that it's more suited for the Arcana or Fruinia tour rather than this, which has a lot of mountains. If I burn a little extra attack with Pavlov, I think I can get to that mountain prime first, so I will once again do that. So every 3-pointer we can get without needing to consume too much energy helps a lot. We've got more energy than Niels Maier this time, but we saw last time it didn't amount for much because he's still got the +2 in mountain versus our 1. I pulled them to here, but now it's going to blow up no matter what I do. How much of a benefit can we get if we ride hard? Yeah, we can't get to that node either, so... Which means I'm going to go here because it's better for me to give Campbell a way to keep up, and as it turns out Campbell would be able to follow us, but I don't think he's going to be useful because he's not going to last to the top of the climb, so maybe it would be best to just go with the riders that got dropped by this move. That might not have been the best of ideas either, because there was another counter move that went further. Oh, and they are going to reach the summit of the climb whilst we can't. It would probably be a better idea to just shut everyone down, save the energy, have Watson go on his own. Okay, we can latch on to Sanders and Roth at least, and I think that's something we should do, as it would have only been 1 node shorter than the move I would have made anyway. I think there is a burden on me to pull through in this scenario, but I'm going to wait 1 turn. If they don't make a good enough move, I will just ride past them. I think this is the better move to make, even though it does cost us time at the line, because there's an individual time trial next, and I do want to save my attack points for that so we don't lose too much time there either. As it turned out, Schwartz decided to do the teammate thing, and well, that's only 500ths of a turn and would cost me a lot more resources, so yeah, I'll just take his move rather than do the last pull myself. So that stage solidified 2 things. Number 1, Watson's got no chance of making the overall podium, and we're just trying to limit the damage so we can secure 4th. Number 2, it's going to be Maier versus Wagner for the overall classification. This is almost the perfect profile for Campbell, but because he's got none of that downhill skill, I think he is just going to be denied a chance of the stage win by this. We're going to go here, and I'll reassess what we can do with him next turn. With Watson, I'm going to take a more conservative approach and commit to landing on this node from the starts. And it's probably best that I shut it down with Campbell too, because there's no way we're ever making it back to the podium the way things are going right now. Even Ward is doomed to fail here, so let's just shut it down. And yeah, I'll meet you on the other side with the race result, because there's no real points. So Smirnov and Watson got in the same time. Smirnov given the stage win either by thousandths or by being ahead at one point of the stage and thus getting to act first over the finish line. Watson actually our first rider in because I shut Campbell and Ward completely down, and Pavlov waded in as well because I knew his recovery is worse than the rest of our riders. I'm not going to do anything too fancy on this stage. Bahayev still not a threat in the mountain jersey, and we've got tougher stages coming up that I want to save my riders for. Well, you know how it is by now. Anything resembling a mountain, there's going to be action on it, almost without fail. Actually, hello. This is an amazing opening the group has left us here, and I think we should take it, because we do not have much riding that they're left to do to get to this the stage victory. Maybe I could have had Watson take this pull himself, because he had only had a -2 through this technical sector versus Ward's -3. Then again, it would have resulted in Watson having to burn attack points early. We can afford to burn some attack points. This turn, however, green light for Watson to go, because he is the quickest way to the finish line from here. Good chance here that P0 trips up P1 because Sean Watson didn't go into the relay. If he had gone in, I reckon there was a good chance we were going to get caught, but as it stands, we can secure the 1, 2, 3 here. Right? Yeah. Yes, that is exactly what has happened. And I made the decision to have Watson and Ward get the 1, 2 because Pavlov's already picking up a lot of points for himself by wearing the red jersey. 732 as a matter of fact, plus the 675 for winning it overall. Wasn't actually expecting such a ferocious... Oh, Wagner's going! He's trying to do something desperate to turn this around on Niels Maier. I think that if this escape group can get to this section with a lead still, I think Wagner can follow through and gain some serious time. But look at this, it's not just immediate rivals that are motivated to chase this down. Someone from the London Sports Academy has opened up the relay to here. And actually, I wasn't going to go out of my way to do it, but I do want to close this down because I don't want Wagner to get 3 more points and closer to Pavlov in the mountain jersey. Mind you, I don't think this excursion costs Wagner as much as I first thought. If he can just get over this next climb without getting dropped by his poor attack pull, I think he's fine for tomorrow. Okay, good. Wagner doesn't get the 3 points because Gerhard Horn opened it up first. And yeah, we're going to be able to follow them just fine. So I've decided to sneakily put myself at the back of the queue here because I'm sensing opportunity, but it got closed down. Oh well. And in fact, the peloton may end up re-merging here, and they do. We almost lucked into the right spot here, but we are going to fall just short of catching Maier. we do get, at least hold on to a podium finish, and we had the luxury of burning those attack points since we didn't use them on the ride to the downhill finish. And would you look at that, Wagner with his 9 recovery. You can't actually get this normally. What you need is 8 recovery and a fitness peak to reach 9. He's basically got full energy every single day no matter what he does. That's actually a little bit annoying that 2 riders decided to open up before me on this breakaway, because it means the most I can get out of this climb if I attack it is 1 point. And I don't think that's worth it. I think it would be better to save Pavlov for the start of the final stage so we can try and get some of those intermediate sprints before Wagner cleans up the final few climbs. They're leaving the door open to jump across. There were earlier opportunities to get away than this too, but I think everyone's just being more cautious than usual because they know that the final stage is still to come. And well, this guy is out of energy and attack already, so rip Bozo, you're going to be outside time limit tomorrow. And I think this is going to end up in a mass mountain sprint. The AI are certainly setting up for such a possibility. I don't know if Watson can really factor in, but I will still put him in P0. Let me see if I can remember Slipstream correctly. We've only got a plus 14. We need to be aware of Wagner and Horn's plus 17 each. Serrano will go over the top of Weiss, and then we'll follow him in. We won't be able to sprint over. It's gone exactly to plan though. I follow Serrano in. They had attack points to spare even on a climb this steep. There is 1 stage to go, and it is the toughest stage I have ever seen. I mean, the closing climb isn't that bad, but look at this, 544 nodes, and there's this. Regardless of how much of a lead we have over the time limit, I am worried about it catching us if we blow up Pavlov, but I think we've got to take the risk because we're not winning the red jersey on 45 points. I think we'll be okay. I think they're going to let us have it because that was a really short move, and actually I can move Campbell back for now because burden is on them to catch up. Maybe got a little bit cute using 2 0 moves to get to the top here because they are following through, but they're not going to follow through past the technical zone. It would be foolish for them. So that's actually the perfect scenario for Pavlov because now he can immediately go back to claim the slipstream and regain his strength. Yikes, I moved up too late with Watson, otherwise maybe I could have marked that or at least launched some kind of counter move. Maybe it's better that I don't get caught up in that because I know that our best case scenario is 4th, and that's a different story that's playing out up the road. We got the 10 points with Pavlov, so he's set to win because Wagner's not going to get 20 points from this stage. So the only thing left is to see if Wagner can get a full turn out of Maier. But I'll be honest with you, right now it's not looking so good for him because, oh, Maier has actually managed to attack him. Maier got caught, by the way, and there's actually one more twist. These 3 did not make the jump. Gerhard Horn has. How much time can Gerhard Horn make on Wagner then? Because Wagner could lose what seemed like a certain 2nd place. And Wagner, 0.53. He barely holds on to 2nd in the end. We should easily enough have claimed 4th. And so The story about how Niels Maier, on tired legs, valiantly denied the mountain goats Gasmean glory is told. We have successfully picked up the red jersey and gotten all 4 of our riders to the finish, which is more than can be said for a lot of teams here, as this stage has taken its toll. Not everyone has officially finished the Tour of Gasmea. And it was 0.43, not 0.53, so Wagner actually did have a bit of wiggle room in the end. We've picked up a good points haul considering we were only fighting for scraps. We're actually going to stay in first place in the team rankings. And just confirming the final standings of the mountains, we actually didn't need to pick up those 10 points with Pavlov because Wagner didn't quite get enough points in the end. But better safe than sorry. And level 9 Watson and Pavlov?